Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today. The game is silent. I don't know why it was silent. There's no soundtrack right now. It's fine. It came back. So, we are taking care of our barony. As we do, this is a very large part of the game, and we have a Grim Prophetess going around. The Fae are attacking again. A Fae Prophetess has made camp at a crossroad. It's interesting that here we see Prophetess, where here we see Astrologist. This one is a Diviner. This one, let's find out what it is. She reveals the future to all who come past, but only the dark side of the future. She may not be lying, but her stories are making the people miserable, and they look at the future with a sense of doom. It's time to put an end to this. Oh, that is interesting. I think I wouldn't put an end to this, considering that I'm chaotic neutral. This sounds as chaotic neutral as it gets. Well, not as chaotic neutral as it gets. It may be chaotic evil. Is this chaotic evil? Maybe it is, because if it's it's just this is blatantly trying to instill a sense of doom on people, even through not lying. So you could even make the argument that because it's not about the lying, it's lawful evil. It probably is actually. But the thing is, if I tell her to shut up, especially considering that she's not lying, I'm just sort of... there's implications. Not political implications that would bear any meaning in this setting, mind you. At least not as far as I can tell. I don't remember about the Reaver Freedoms, whatever they called it. Anyway, I'm going to send somebody in there, a storyteller. The storyteller supports cultural growth. That sounds like a good compromise. I'll probably do that. 61%. That's pretty good. How long is that going to take? 14 days. That's pretty good. Okay, let's keep it right there. A brothel was opened under the protection of Callistria's temple in the region. I would like to know what Callistria is about. Anyway, it has more and more customers by the day. Erastil's followers are enraged because apparently their brothel is losing customers or something. These despicable fallen women are destroying families. Lasai. What can we do? The storyteller goes in there. I was thinking of sending, what's her name? Her. Canara, that's right. I don't think I can do that, though. What's that for? How... 55? Yeah, maybe I'm doing that. Just not right now. 55 is very bad, and I'm not going to spend crisis points to... Why would they be destroying families? Tell me why they would be destroying families. Is the institution of marriage a thing in this game? Because I haven't heard any of that. And yes, they would be destroying marriages. And even marriages don't actually necessarily need to be constructed in a way that would be destroyed by infidelity. Although this setting might go that way. So yeah, let's just keep it that way and we'll see. So trade agreement here with Surtova. Nothing here that I want. I probably should stop doing that because it's super impossible for me to know what the heck I'm doing. We got a little bit of supporting Regent's endeavors. We're gonna have a lot of support to do, but there's nothing going on in here. We also have missions to do, so that's that. I suppose. No, but then there's this jerk, and I could do you over here instead because the rim sucks. Also, yeah, this is much better. Let's do this. 61%, start that event, and now the people will be forced. They will absolutely be forced to go there and frolic around with the sex workers, apparently. I mean, I'm supposing the brothel is about that, because I'm pretty sure that's the definition of the brothel. But I don't know if it is, because Planescape Torment has taught me many things. It has. Unfazed by the awkward silence that was here all along, all afternoon, well, I was talking about brothels and the notion of marriage. Bakken searches through his bag for a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper package. There you go, he says. A little something from old Bakken. Acid oil, thank you. Make more. It's always nice. I was here before, was I not? Maybe I wasn't. Because yeah. Hey, look who that is. It's Octavian Ragongar. Hi. Okay, you do your things. So yeah, we're leaving. We are going to our cities. And I suppose that's that. I don't really need to worry too much about selling things, although I need to. I probably need to. Let's take care of that. Returning from a campaign, you, Octavia, and Rigongar enter the tavern to relax. This sounds like a setup for a joke.
And that idiot hid the lockpicks in the most clever way he could think of. On a wall, under some barbed wire, charmed with a lightning spell. So, I've wrapped my pants around my hand to avoid getting fried. I've got nothing else. I climb up on the barrel and start groping along the top of the wall, praying to Callistria that the guards don't show up. Imagine how that would look, pants off, perched up on a barrel.
Oh, Reg, it's so funny when you tell it, but we almost got killed that time.
But we didn't. We survived. We got out of there, so why not laugh now, huh?
Exactly. You're so sweet. You are both sweet.
Okay, I'm reading the options here, but I think there's something that happens after she says that. Octavia hugs both of you. You feel her hand slowly crawling from your shoulder down to your chest. Oh. and this that explains it. Why I value our friendship. So this is weird. This is weird. The distinction between this, it's weird. So when I said before about marriage doesn't actually need to involve or to be compromised by unfaithfulness, that's not actually what I meant to say. Well, even though it's still technically correct, because marriage can mean anything, whatever setting you're in. That it absolutely can mean just no. You can have like I'm thinking, Pillars of Eternity. Is it Pillars of Eternity? No. It's Tides of Numenera. There's somebody that married. It might be Pillars of Eternity. It's one of those settings where somebody. No, it's Tyranny. It's the Tyranny game. There's two marriages. One political marriage. I think that is that game. And there's so that person gets married to a politician. So that they can do like a sort of I don't really know what it is. It's for political things, and everybody does it. So it's like an institution. It's not just a way of doing marriage. And she's also married to another person for love and for family. So whatever setting you want, marriage can mean anything. But more importantly, and what I actually meant to say is infidelity doesn't necessarily have doesn't mean the same for everything. So like for example. It's not even setting dependent. It's definitely setting dependent because there's cultural paradigms, I suppose. But it's absolutely person dependent as well. Like for example, you and your special other might. I'm not even gonna go into a situation where we're talking about what's the word? Polyamory. That's the word. Not even that. Like in a monogamous relationship, you might be in a relationship where you consider feeling attracted to another person as a sort of infidelity. Just as simple as that. I'm not even going like you might be in a relationship where you consider kissing another person to not be infidelity, or flirting with another person to be infidelity. So it's and there are parts of the world, our world, not talking specifically of the world of Pathfinder, that consider going to a brothel to not be part of, to not be an act of infidelity in marriage. And in fact, when you look at statistics in countries that legalize, there's historically speaking, brothels aren't illegal, so there's already a lot of undertones here, to be fair, because it's not settled in like this setting. It seems like it's settled out of the 20th century or something like that, and with a lot of its things. And this is also this also over here is sort of that. But so historically speaking, brothels are normal and perfectly normal. But modern day countries that legalize, that previously had sex work in particular, to be illegal and then legalize it, you see that divorces due to infidelity go down. So so you see this as a statistical fact, which precisely leads to that, where it leads to us to understand that fidelity and infidelity don't mean the same thing in every time. But what I mean to say is that in a societal level, it definitely can change as well. So it's not just about the person, it's about society as well. And there's no reason why the people of the things, I mean, they can have a problem with the brothel for sure, the people were complaining in that particular thing, the particular card that I got. So they can be absolutely, it's totally insetting for them to complain. It's not insetting for them to say that they are destroying families, because what are they destroying the families? How are they destroying the families? How exactly are they doing that? Because that's mostly a talking point of conservative modern day people. And also that people that don't have access to the facts and stats and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, this leads me, all that leads me to this thing over here, the distinction between friendship and romantic relationships, because that is also very, very intertwined with the notion of marriage and with the notion of fidelity in society. And sure, it's an offhand comment. It's just me, no, Octavia. But before I proceed, yes, Octavia. But yeah, this is just a way of saying no, Octavia, and this is an offhand comment that doesn't matter much. But I find that this is not in world. I don't feel. Maybe it is. I don't know. Tell me in the comments how you feel about I value our friendship. If we're gonna bang, I might ruin our friendship. Might we? I don't know. We're gonna bang though. We can bang, Octavia. We can do that. Yes. So she's groping me. So there's already. So this is not okay on some levels. But let's see what I can do here. Octavia, what do you think you're doing? Octavia, what are you? People are looking. Octavia, hold Octavia in return, putting your hand on her breast. So I think she always. This is interesting. No, I think this is already implying that she has a mouth, not a mouthful. She has a handful already. But hold Octavia in return. I think we're setting up for a kiss over here, I think. Let's go right ahead. In the middle of a tavern. Absolutely. Let's see where this goes.
It's getting hot in here. I think you'd better get a room.
What about you, Reg? Let's all go together.
No, you birdies have fun without me. I have a date with a barrel of beer today, and it's just getting started.
As you wish.
And again, our very little friendship. Yep, as you wish. I mean, I didn't have any say on that, but it's a good thing that it all solved itself according to plan.
Have fun.
I don't know what kind of fun we're gonna have. Not a Fade to Black.
You. Let's do this more often.
Let's do this. Let's. Wait. This is all okay. Well, a Fade to Black it was. Well, not really Fade to Black. It was a Fade to White. So I can kiss her. Now you're mine forever. How about another go right now?
But I only got dressed. Now you'll have to help me take it all off again.
The half-elf undoes one button on her shirt and smiles flirtatiously. How do you smile flirtatiously? We went for it again. Good stuff. Okay. See you later, Octavia. I'll have to mend my shirt again. You're so passionate. I mean, you didn't have to put it on again. Are we in my bed? Is this my bed? Dang it. What is that doing here for? I'll take that. Thank you. It's new stuff as well. Yep. I wonder if it's the gifts that I get that go in there. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get somebody to clean that up then. Anyway, yeah, let's leave. As I was saying, because that just cut. I didn't even go to the tavern on purpose. It just cut to the tavern. Is she here? No, there's a Gongar. I'm gonna go up right against him, and I'm gonna like, if you hurt that girl ever, I will puncture your face with my arrows, because I'm an archer. But I can't do no such thing. Ah, well. Anyway, there's a kitty. Is that a kitty? Oh, it stopped. Anyway, let's leave. So I think I'll just buy the emerald, because I think that's the only thing I need right now. Also, look at that wisdom thing. It's pretty good. I can give it to people who need wisdom when they're in their role as advisors, which is pretty nice. I do have some people around here that oh, by the way, I don't think I lost any items. I said I think I lost items, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't. So, for example, Kalike is not. Kanara is our advisor. So if she needs wisdom, I don't actually know what she needs. I would assume it's one of these. Does she have a minus on that? She have a minus? Oh, come on. That doesn't go away? Do we need to sleep? That sucks. Anyway, she probably doesn't need a dexterity, so she can stay there for right now. But for example, intelligence, for her, we could have given her an item that increases intelligence, which we don't have. But we might have had. Why do you have all this? That's curious. Did she always have all that? She also has a dagger. Sure. And then you have incredible dexterity for knock knock. Is that normal? I'll get that. You don't need that. We have 2 masterwork cookies. Those are also pretty good. I'll sell them eventually. What is that? A scimitar. Good stuff. Lindsay, what do you have? Oh, that's her thing. She also has a masterwork light crossbow that I don't need. And masterwork scimitar. Yeah, you guys are not gonna have that. So I also got I sold us a few things. Oh yeah, I need to look at the shields here, because this is the blessed defense. +3, this is for cleric. As a 7th level wait. Anybody can cast it? Are you sure? So the only shield wearer that we have is her. This is that's a heavy shield, so I think let's compare. It's down here. So her armor class is the same. This gives fire resistance. Of course, the armor check penalty is tremendously more. So she's not getting shield specialization from shield focus. Okay, she got shield focus. So here, +3 gives a this +3 shield gives its wielder the ability to cast divine power spell once per day as a 7th level cleric. So that's all that it is. And I'm actually gonna give her that because the armor check penalty might be a bit of a problem. And I think I might be able to give you something better. Oh, you can't. Well, I guess that's how that's gonna go, because I think you can have that. Which one is yours right now? It's set. This +2 heavy shield grants it damage reduction. Yeah, but armor class is better than damage reduction, especially because +2 is like that's not too much, and usually he's gonna get hit by people who do actually a lot of damage, so we don't need that. Anyway, where are we going? Well, I don't know. I believe, well, I know that I need to go get rock eggs over. Can I? There it is. Over there. But I also think I need to go into that town over there. Obliteration. Varask inquired Her Grace with a story about a weapon that his familiar kept as a relic. What more might the master have to say? Weapon smith from the Camelands. And a greenstone. Staying in a village by the Lake Silverstep. Really? Well, that's great, because I need to go there anyway. Good stuff. So that's the Goblin Fort. Is that our town? No. Our town is that one. This one is the one that has the Eladarian pearls. I think that's the big monster. Let's try and do the... No, actually... Yeah, let's try and do the big monster, but let me just check that I didn't leave anybody back in here. Yep, everything was good in there. Let's go into the Shambling Steps, which is our town. I don't know if I need to come in here, though. I don't know if we've ever been in here. I think I built everything, but then I didn't check for upgrades. Varask the Wild Fist has the guy. Your Grace decided to see how old Varask is doing. Oh, I decided. He didn't. Yeah, okay. I've set up nicely here. I forge armor and weapons for anyone who's got the coin. Though the fighters in these lands are weak, some can't even lift a normal axe. They cannot hold a candle to my sons. The half-orc grows grim and his voice becomes dull and soft. My eldest was a strong one. He could hit an ogre with a hammer so hard that it would leave behind its teeth along with its boots. Normally you hit an ogre with a hammer and the teeth go and the boots stay. But they were gone, both the son and his hammer. For 12 generations my family has owned his hammer. It's a relic, you could say. I wish I could fix it, but how? And for whom? Yes. Can I? What was that relic you spoke of? Can I help you fix it? Varask swells with pride. It's a hammer named Obliteration. Oh, I think I had it, and I sold it. He's confused, the poor man. Anyway, I had it. We got it. Was it not called Obliteration? It was called something else. I sold it, by the way. You might have seen it in the selling list when I was buying the emerald. Hold it with both hands, he says, even though he's not... I don't understand. Whatever you hit, the only thing left here or there will be a greasy spot. I gave it to my son when it got too heavy for me. He named it Nibbler. You see? I like to think that the hammer gets heavier and heavier as the years go by. You see, its head has beak-like wedges made of inubrix. It's a very hard celestial metal. It cuts through iron like a knife cuts through butter. It was a fine hammer. Nobody knows how many skulls it cracked. It broke the day my son was killed. The hammer's head cracked all over from a magical blow. It needs to be reforged, but where can I possibly get any inubrix? Without that, the hammer is just an ordinary sledge. You can use it to hammer in posts, or tie it to your neck and drown. The Technique Leader League is bound to have some... We haven't heard of these guys in a while. If you come across one of their camps, you might find inubrix there. Oh, I might have already. Tell me about yourself. What should I tell you? I have no idea. Ask me what you want to know. How did your family die? All of it. Did it? I thought... Okay. Varask grows grim, and his eyes start watering. He's crying. He starts crying. That's... Or maybe not. He gets... Because there's that half stage where the teals well up in your eyes, but they're not falling. Are you not crying at that point? Maybe that's where he's at. I left my house. Went to a tribe that had ordered weapons from me. As I got back to my house, I was ambushed. They had hid in my own yard. I have no idea how I survived, but I saw the dead bodies of my wife and children with my own eyes. I had 4 lads, all of age. Of drinking age, I assume. All carried weapons, 3 daughters too, and they knew how to fight. More of the scoundrels kept coming. I guess they had tracked us down, waited to catch us by surprise. And I guess I was lucky that they didn't kill me with the others. I fought them off and got lost in the woods. Walked for a long time without a road, because it's the woods, and finally ended up here. Also, we don't have many roads. You know the rest, but the gods didn't see a long life for those bandits. I heard they are all dead. That's what I heard. Only their chief, so not all dead, that's what I heard. Only their chief is still breathing, and fingerless. Oh, the fingerless witch. The what now? The what? The what? They were normal people. You're not even saying, like, I don't know, a worm. Imagine worms were attacking people and you'd call them, the fingerless jerk, because worms don't have fingers. Although, what? That's a pretty major detail to introduce, that you got your family murdered by fingerless witches? What? Anyway, tell me about your craft. Let's change the subject, because it's better. There is nothing to tell. Barbarians think all good things must be sturdy, heavy, and fragile. No, sorry, and big. I was skipping ahead. Fragile and brittle things are no match for their strength. For the barbarian strength, I mean. They have so much, and it begs to come out. The strength begs to come out. Don't get me wrong. Small and light things are easily lost in battle. A weapon must be sturdy, or a warrior might break it over the enemy's head. And armor must be even sturdier. Because also, otherwise you might break it over the enemy's head. And a blacksmith, I figure, needs to be like his armor. Sturdy and strong. How many times have I said the word sturdy? He shows you his huge fists and absurdly thick arms. And patient, he says. Barbarians have trouble with that last one. That's why a master is so valuable. I was actually reading the other day about role-playing a barbarian. How people might not want to be always, unhinged lunatics when role-playing a barbarian. And in fact, the notion, well, not necessarily in the original Dungeons and Dragons classes that actually added the barbarian, but later on anyway, I get the impression the barbarians are meant to be... They're not necessarily unhinged. They're not, like, their rage is not everywhere all the time. And in fact, our own barbarian in our team, she's not enraged all the time. Although she's definitely a lunatic. Well, only on some things, I suppose. I'm talking about Amory. They're all lunatics. But the thing is, they harness that rage. The fact that they can enrage is a thing as well. And it's the fact that they harness that rage kind of points towards the barbarians being more or less unhinged than everybody else, because they can control their feelings, or their, I guess, if you want to call the rage a feeling, or I guess the sort of rush of adrenaline and drugs and all that sort of stuff that our body produces, their body produces. But anybody can, because there's a spell that it can enrage people. But either way, the thing is, that's precisely the point. I wonder. Yeah, I wondered if this is canonical, because I'm pretty sure it isn't, because the thread I was reading points to it not being canonical, that barbarians have trouble with the last one. So maybe that's his opinion, which is totally fine. Where are you coming from? Or where'd you come from? I was born in Belkzen. I was. That's that. I had to take off when I was still a snot-nosed kid. Got in a fight with some bonehead, and I hit him, wait. And I hit him, he says. I mean, not the bonehead was aiming at him. The bonehead was aiming at... I was aiming at him, yes. But I hit Chief's son, which is not a name of a person. I forgot the D there. Anyway. And he suddenly went and died. He died. Just died, because I hit him. Anyway, what's the guy gonna do? I had to run away as far as I could. Just to stay alive, I did. So I ended up in Lastwall. An awful place. Anyone with orc blood is a misfit. Which is fair enough. Orcs have killed so many of them. That's not fair enough. But still, I guess we can take it as he just doesn't know much about it much. But I settled there, started my business, mischief, fitness, and all. And a family, too. I did. And that's that. So, I'll make sure to bring you some Inubrix or something. I was going to say a thing that's completely different and super not at all appropriate for this Let's Play, I suppose. Instead of Inubrix. Then I'm going to let you guess what I was going to say. So I think that's the only thing I built over here. No, it is not. Nazriel is over there. I do need to talk to Nazriel. She's the one. And also we talked to her. It's a shame that she doesn't stay for more. Obliteration. Right there. So we did get a weapon, but I sold it. It was right there. And I sold it. I guess I could reload and go and watch it, see what it is. But it doesn't matter. Nazriel's greatest creation is that the person that doesn't want to make the filigree green. Filigree green in my ring. It's not. I don't know if it's a ring. It's not actually. It's a brooch. It's something. Let's have a chat with her. I didn't need to talk to her, so that's fine. A heavily armed Nazriel eyes you suspiciously. Why is she more heavily armed than normal? Why is she heavily armed at all? But she sounds welcoming enough. Welcome, my apprentice Sartine. Just finished unpacking. I'm already up and running. All the better to serve you. And I assumed like she's sharpening her knives and adjusting the bolts and whatever she might have. I heard the news that one of your assistants has gone missing. She winces and looks embarrassed. How it's so humiliating that you've learned of it. Something went wrong with my weapon, and it was... My weapon? You only have the one? Okay, maybe it's a big weapon and heavy. That's why. Anyway, it was meant to be a gift for you, but Detail went crazy and he took it. He fell into a fury and ran off. It's a faulty blade with my mark with my mark. No, wait. If a faulty blade with my mark gets into someone else's hands, my reputation will be ruined. I beg you, your grace, help me. I don't think this idiot could have gone far. He may still be near the river. Bring me back the blade, and I will never let you down again. I swear. The elven woman falls silent, and she frowns as if trying to remember something. Oh, but of course, please be sure to save Detail, my other apprentice, if that's not too much trouble. Wait, you mean I won't save your other apprentice? No, your apprentice. Detail. Detail went crazy and took it. Yes, and I need to save him. Your other apprentice? Because she mentioned Sartini. Sure, okay. Sartini is your other apprentice. They're both your other apprentice. I like it. Can I know more about you? Oh, exactly what would you like to know, she asks. Yourself. I have like to know yourself. Nazriel looks at you suspiciously for a moment and then nervously brushes her fingers through her hair. My weapons define me, she says. I've been drawn to them, since I was a child. I have over 300 blades at home, each of them special. Actually, for a bladesmith, it's not that much. I mean, it is. It's a lot, but, you know, that's a normal knife shop. Each of them special, she says, because she made them all herself, and of course it is. We don't have the industrial manufacturing. What's the word? Assembly lines. Well, whatever. It wouldn't be assembly lines either. I wanted to be a professional weaponsmith, she says, so I learned the craft from the greatest masters of Kionin. But then my comrades in craft and I, we had a bit of a falling out. A few bastards dared to question my skill. I felt that I could only shed this burden outside Kionin. And you know what? I swore then that I would prove that I am head and shoulders above them. 2 of them paid the price, even when I was working back home. They couldn't stand the competition and went bankrupt. Which means that they didn't pay the price. It's complicated. Bankrupt, I'm not very good at. Anyway, that's where all the competition is headed. To bankruptcy. I suppose. Tell me about your craft. Nazriel juts out her chin. My art. You said craft. I'm sorry. I like correcting people. It's an art. A mere craftsman would attach a piece of wood to... Yeah, she is correcting me. Yeah, actually. So I was right in reading her tone there. A mere craftsman, she says, would attach a piece of wood to a piece of iron and be happy with their work. That's not how I do it. I listen to a weapon. I talk to it. I spark its desire for blood and violence. That gives you 2 warriors in the battlefield. This gives you 2 warriors in the battlefield, the soldier and their sword. Okay. Of course, I pay close attention to detail. A sharper bevel will allow the blade to cut through the flesh, not into it. It's not called... Is it called... It's not called bevel. That's not what it is. That's not bevel. She's referring to the angle of the blade. So the blade... It's just... I don't know what she's referring to, actually. I think it might be bevel. But the cutting into it and not through it and whatever, that... I don't actually... I think it's just like... If it cuts well, it will cut through the flesh and not just get stuck in the flesh, which is a thing that happens. It's a thing. But also swords are used for... well, I guess... Yeah. She's not referring to swords. Blades have They have 2 different types of cutting edges. Or edges in any way. So imagine you're looking at a cross-section of a sword... instead of a sword being like this, like a sword over here, and then with a hilt down here. If you look at it, just hold the hilt towards you and look at it horizontally, you're gonna see that the edge. So basically, the cross section would be something like this, that tips to a point. If you know what I'm talking about, like a little bit of a triangle. However, at the tip itself, there's a little bit of hardened metal. It's different. The metal at the top, it's tempered differently anyway. It can be. But the angle is going to be a little bit more acute than the rest of the sword. Because if you make the sword tip to a line of the same angle that the rest of the sword is, the line is going to be or the angle itself is going to be so acute that it's not going to hold an edge because it's just too acute. So what you need to do is at the very tip, you make it like 45 degrees or however much your angle needs to be. And that's the angle you're going to be sharpening for the most part. It depends, of course. But that's how you're going to sharpen the weapon right there. The bevel, I think that might be what she's referring to. But sure. Anyway, it's an interesting thing, blades are. And of course you don't want the blade to be too fat because yeah, sure. It's cutting blades. It's fine. What about your apprentices? The elven woman waves her hand. Single hand? Angrily, she does. The boneheads, why would you care about them? I mean, apart from the one that I told you to. I mean, sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. I recruit apprentices for simple tasks. They sign my contracts, they obey me, and take full responsibility for any harm they suffer during service. One of them, Sartain, works in the smithy. The other, Detail, tests finished weapons and runs errands. That sounds like two very different things, actually. You have 1 day to leave my domain. I was going to choose that, actually, because I didn't know that it was going to be an option. Or, like, I mean, yes, it's an option, but, like, a thing that would change things. I'm sure the game would ask me if I'm sure. Or she would ask me if I'm sure. And we have a trader over here, probably selling just eggs. Oh. Headband of vast intelligence, not that vast. Tianzia Inc. Oh yeah, the other things. I think I talked to you before. Did I not talk to you before? +5 luck bonus on mobility skill checks. Cool things in there. Anyway, you stay there. See you later. Bye. Let's go to the other towns. And by other towns, I mean that the passage of the river just north of that particular town, because we're coming in here and finding out if I can do this without buffs or anything. I mean, if we get anywhere close, then I might be able to do it without buffs. This one is very nice, isn't it? Yeah, but this thing is gonna kill us all a lot very fast. So let's try and do. It's very upset with us all. That's how it works. Okay, we're gonna need. Oh my god, that was too fast. Okay, we're gonna need poison resistance. We can do this. I think. I suppose we can. Okay, so we're all exhausted, so this is just bad. We need to sleep if this is not gonna work out, which it very well might not. No, we're land defenders. That's not exhaustion. Okay, that's actually quite good. Poison immunity. That's you, right? It's right there. Neutralize poison. No, it's not. Why is that all full of junk? I can't understand your things. I'm sorry, Jethal. You're awful. You're awful. That is not the one. This is the one. The Lake Communal. That's the one. I look at the time. The duration is what I need. Okay, we can do this. Mostly it's about having Valerie go in a different direction than everybody else. Also because I think she dodged the fire. So we are doing damage. Immune. Oh yeah, sneak attacks. Oh, don't look this way. It's not looking this way. It's looking around. We are doing some damage. So I think I can buff her. Well, if she doesn't die, more to the point. Yeah, she didn't die yet. So who is taking damage now is Emery. This is a nasty fight. Totally doable, though. Absolutely doable. We might be able to do it right now, in fact. But I doubt it. I doubt it because our frontliners are dying pretty fast. Not completely, which is great. Oh, somebody just died. Oh, we all died. Oh, that was that attack. Good stuff. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so I will be doing buffs off camera, and we'll kill that lindworm or whatever that is in the next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.